1. Assets. Assets are resources owned by a company that have economic value and can be used to generate future benefits. Assets are like the treasures buried in a company's backyard. They're the shiny coins and sparkling gems that make the business feel like a pirate's paradise. 2. Liabilities. Liabilities are obligations or debts owed by a company to external parties. They represent claims on a company's assets and can include loans, accounts payable, and bonds. Liabilities are like the monsters under the company's bed. They're the scary creatures lurking in the financial shadows, waiting to jump out and demand payment. 3. Equity. Equity represents the ownership interest in a company, calculated as assets minus liabilities. It represents the shareholder's stake in the company's assets after all liabilities are paid off. Equity is like the stock market roller coaster ride. It's the thrilling ups and downs that keep shareholders on the edge of their seats. 4. Revenue. Revenue is the income earned by a company from its primary business activities, such as sales of goods or services. Revenue is like the jackpot at the end of the rainbow. It's the pot of gold that awaits companies who dare to chase their dreams. 5. Expenses. Expenses are the costs incurred by a company in its normal business operations to generate revenue. Expenses are like the pesky little gremlins that sneak into the company's coffers and steal all the shiny coins. They're the financial vampires that suck the life out of profit. 6. Income statement. An income statement is a financial statement that summarizes a company's revenues and expenses over a specific period, typically a quarter or a year. An income statement is like the company's report card. It's the grade they get for all their hard work and financial wizardry. 7. Balance sheet. A balance sheet is a financial statement that provides a snapshot of a company's financial position at a specific point in time. A balance sheet is like the company's financial selfie. It's the snapshot that captures their assets, liabilities, and equity in one glorious picture. 8. Cash flow statement. A cash flow statement is a financial statement that shows how changes in balance sheet accounts and income affect cash and cash equivalents. A cash flow statement is like the company's financial GPS. It's the map that shows them where all their money is coming from and where it's going. 9. Accounts receivable. Accounts receivable are amounts owed to a company by customers for goods or services delivered on credit. Accounts receivable are like the IOUs that customers write when they promise to pay for goods or services. They're the golden tickets to the company's financial future. 10. Accounts payable. Accounts payable are amounts owed by a company to suppliers or creditors for goods or services received on credit. Accounts payable are like the bills piling up on the company's desk. They're the invoices waiting to be paid by the deadline. 11. Depreciation. Depreciation is the systematic allocation of the cost of a tangible asset over its useful life. It reflects the decrease in value of the asset due to wear and tear, obsolescence, or usage. Depreciation is like the aging process for company assets. They start out shiny and new, but over time, they lose their sparkle and value. 12. Accruals. Accruals are expenses or revenues that have been incurred or earned, but have not yet been recorded in the accounting records. Accruals are like the breadcrumbs left behind by financial transactions. They're the trail of clues that lead accountants to the truth. 13. Generally accepted accounting principles. GAAP is a set of accounting standards, principles, and procedures that govern financial reporting in the United States. GAAP is like the rulebook for financial wizards. It's the magical tome that guides them through the mystical world of accounting. 14. International Financial Reporting Standards. IFRS is a set of accounting standards issued by the International Accounting Standards Board for use in the preparation of financial statements globally. IFRS is like the universal translator for financial statements. It's the language that allows companies from different countries to speak the same financial dialect. 15. Trial balance. A trial balance is a list of all the general ledger accounts and their balances at a specific point in time. A trial balance is like the company's financial tightrope. It's the delicate balancing act that keeps their books in order. 16. Fixed assets. Fixed assets are long-term tangible assets held by a company for use in its operations rather than for sale. Fixed assets are like the company's aging rock stars. They may be past their prime, but they still have value and can generate revenue. 17. Intangible assets. Intangible assets are non-physical assets with economic value, such as patents, trademark, copyrights, and goodwill. They lack physical substance, but provide future economic benefits. Intangible assets are like the ghosts haunting the company's balance sheet. They're the invisible assets that hold value, but can't be touched or seen. 18. Cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold is the direct costs incurred in producing goods or services sold by a company. It includes the cost of raw materials, labor, and overhead. Cost of goods sold is like the company's grocery bill. It's the cost of ingredients needed to cook up their products. 19. Profit margin. Profit margin is a financial metric that measures the percentage of revenue that exceeds the cost of goods sold and other expenses. It indicates a company's profitability and efficiency in generating profits. Profit margin is like the company's financial sweet spot. It's the icing on the cake that makes all their hard work worth it. 20. Auditor. An auditor is a professional who examines a company's financial records, transactions, and internal controls to ensure accuracy, compliance, and transparency. They provide independent assurance on the reliability of financial information. An auditor is like the financial detective hired to sniff out any funny business in the company's books. They're the Sherlock Holmes of the financial world. Subscribe for more explained videos. 1. Taxation. Taxation is the process by which governments collect revenue from individuals and businesses to fund public services and infrastructure. Taxation is like the game where everyone chips in to keep the party going. Except instead of bringing snacks, you're bringing your hard-earned cash. It's the ultimate party pooper that nobody invited. 2. Income tax. Income tax is a tax imposed by the government on the income earned by individuals and businesses. Income tax is like the toll you have to pay for the privilege of earning a living. Except instead of crossing a bridge, you're crossing into the land of adulthood where responsibilities never end and refunds are as elusive as unicorns. 3. Tax return. A tax return is a form filed with the government that reports an individual's or business's income, deductions, and tax liability for a specific period. A tax return is like the homework assignment you keep putting off until the last minute. You know you have to do it, but you'd rather scrub toilets with a toothbrush than deal with all those numbers and forms. 4. Taxpayer. A taxpayer is an individual or entity that is subject to taxation by the government. A taxpayer is like the reluctant hero in a never-ending saga of fiscal responsibility. You may not wear a cape, but you sure feel like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders every time April 15th rolls around. 5. Tax deduction. A tax deduction is an expense or allowance that reduces a taxpayer's taxable income, thereby lowering their tax liability. A tax deduction is like the consolation prize for being a responsible adult. Sure, you may not win the jackpot, but at least you get a few extra bucks to spend on something frivolous like avocado toast or artisanal beard oil. 6. Tax credit. A tax credit is a dollar-for-dollar reduction in the amount of tax owed by a taxpayer. A tax credit is like the golden ticket to the chocolate factory of tax refunds, except instead of candy, you get cold, hard cash. It's the closest thing to winning the lottery without having to buy a ticket. 7. Tax bracket. A tax bracket is a range of income levels to which a specific tax rate applies. A tax bracket is like the menu at a fancy restaurant. The higher you climb, the fancier the prices get. It's the VIP section of taxation where only the ballers and big spenders get to play. 8. Taxable income. Taxable income is the portion of an individual's or business's income that is subject to taxation after deductions and exemptions. Taxable income is like the secret sauce in the recipe for financial disaster. The more you earn, the more the taxman wants his cut. 9. Tax evasion. Tax evasion is the illegal act of deliberately underreporting income or overstating deductions to avoid paying taxes. Tax evasion is like the forbidden fruit of the financial world. Sure, it may seem tempting to cheat the taxman, but the consequences are about as enjoyable as a root canal without anesthesia. 10. Tax audit. A tax audit is an examination of an individual's or business's financial records by the government to verify compliance with tax laws. A tax audit is like the pop quiz you didn't study for. You never know when it's coming, but when it does, you better have all your ducks in a row or risk getting sent to detention with the IRS. 11. Withholding tax. Withholding tax is the amount of tax deducted from an employee's paycheck by their employer and remitted to the government on their behalf. Withholding tax is like the stealthy ninja of taxation. It sneaks up on your paycheck when you least expect it, leaving you wondering where all your hard-earned money went. 12. Property tax. Property tax is a tax imposed by local governments on the value of real estate owned by individuals and businesses. Property tax is like the monthly subscription fee for owning a piece of the American dream, except instead of binge-watching Netflix, you're binge-watching your bank account slowly dwindle away. 13. Sales tax. Sales tax is a consumption tax imposed by governments on the sale of goods and services. Sales tax is like the surprise party nobody asked for. Just when you thought you were getting a good deal, the tax man jumps out from behind the bushes and demands his share of the loot. 14. Excise tax. Excise tax is a tax imposed by governments on the sale or use of specific goods, such as alcohol, tobacco, and gasoline. Excise tax is like the annoying little brother of taxation. It's always there, lurking in the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to pounce and ruin your day. 15. Value-added tax. Value-added tax is a consumption tax levied on the value added to goods and services at each stage of production and distribution. Value-added tax is like the multi-level marketing scheme of taxation. Everyone along the supply chain gets a piece of the action, whether they want it or not. 16. Capital gains. Tax. Capital gains tax is a tax imposed on the profits earned from the sale of capital assets, such as stocks, bonds, and real estate. Capital gains tax is like the price you pay for playing the stock market. Sure, you may strike it rich, but the tax man is always lurking in the shadows, ready to snatch away your hard-earned gains. 17. Payroll tax. Payroll tax is a tax imposed on employers based on the wages paid to their employees. Payroll tax is like the silent assassin of taxation. It strikes without warning, leaving unsuspecting employees with smaller paychecks and bigger headaches. Subscribe for more explained videos. 1. Deposit account. A deposit account is a type of bank account where you can deposit money for safekeeping. A deposit account is like a financial piggy bank where you stash your cash for safekeeping and maybe earn a few peanuts in interest. 2. Checking account. A checking account is a bank account that allows you to deposit money, write checks, and make electronic transfers. A checking account is like a financial GPS for your money. It helps you keep track of where it's been and where it's going. 3. Savings account. A savings account is a bank account designed for storing money over the long term. A savings account is like a financial time capsule. You bury your money today to dig it up tomorrow, hopefully with a little extra treasure inside. 4. Interest rate. An interest rate is the amount charged or earned as a percentage of an amount of money over a period of time. An interest rate is like the flirtatious wink of the financial world. It's the sweet talk that convinces you to leave your money a little longer for a bigger payoff. 5. Loan. A loan is a sum of money borrowed from a lender with the agreement to repay it, usually with interest over time. A loan is like a financial lifeline when you're drowning in expenses. It throws you a rope, but be careful not to tie yourself in knots. 6. Credit card. A credit card is a plastic card issued by a financial institution that allows the cardholder to borrow funds to make purchases. A credit card is like a financial magic wand. It lets you buy now and worry later. But beware the spell of debt. It's like having a genie in your wallet. Just be careful what you wish for, or you might end up with a mountain of bills instead of 3 wishes. 7. Debit card. A debit card is a plastic card linked to a checking account that allows the cardholder to make purchases or withdraw cash. A debit card is like a financial Swiss Army knife. It's versatile, practical, and always there when you need it. 8. ATM. An ATM is a machine that allows users to perform banking transactions, such as withdrawing cash, depositing checks, or transferring funds, without visiting a bank branch. An ATM is like a financial vending machine. It dispenses cash instead of snacks, but the cravings are just as real. 9. Overdraft. An overdraft occurs when a bank account balance goes below 0, allowing the account holder to continue withdrawing money or making payments. An overdraft is like a financial tightrope walk. One wrong step, and you're plunged into the abyss of fees and penalties. 10. Interest. Interest is the cost of borrowing money or the compensation received for lending money, expressed as a percentage of the loan amount or investment. Interest is like the rent you pay for borrowing money. It's the cost of admission to the financial funfair. 11. Principal. Principal refers to the original amount of money borrowed in a loan or the initial investment amount in an investment. Principal is like the captain of the financial ship. It's the original amount you borrowed, steering your loan toward its final destination. 12. Credit score. A credit score is a numerical representation of a person's creditworthiness, based on their credit history. A credit score is like the report card of the financial world. It grades your creditworthiness based on your past financial behavior. It's like the popularity contest of the financial playground. The higher your score, the more friends you'll have in the lending club. 13. ATM fee. An ATM fee is a charge imposed by a bank or ATM operator for using an ATM that does not belong to the account holder's bank. An ATM fee is like the toll you pay for the convenience of accessing your own money. It's the price of admission to the financial express lane. 14. Compound interest. Compound interest is interest calculated on the initial principal and also on the accumulated interest from previous periods. It results in the exponential growth of an investment over time. Compound interest is like the snowball effect of the financial world. It starts small, but with time and momentum, it grows into a financial avalanche. 15. Collateral. Collateral is an asset pledged as security for a loan. If the borrower fails to repay the loan, the lender can seize the collateral to recover the outstanding debt. Collateral is like the security deposit of the financial world. It's the backup plan that lenders rely on if you can't repay your loan. 16. Online banking. Online banking refers to the use of internet-based services to access and manage bank accounts, such as checking balances, transferring funds, or paying bills. Online banking is like having a financial butler at your fingertips. It handles all your transactions with a few clicks of the mouse. 17. Wire transfer. A wire transfer is a method of electronically transferring funds from one bank account to another. It's often used for large or international transactions. A wire transfer is like the express lane of the financial highway. It's the fastest way to send money from one account to another, but it comes with a hefty toll. 18. Bank statement. A bank statement is a summary of transactions and account activity issued by a bank to an account holder over a specific period, usually monthly. It provides details of deposits, withdrawals, and account balances. A bank statement is like the financial report card of your account. It shows you where your money has been and where it's going. But there's no great inflation here. Subscribe for more explained videos. 1. Blockchain. Blockchain is like a game of digital telephone, where everyone's keeping track of who said what and when. It's the ultimate truth serum of the internet, making sure nobody's telling fibs or pulling fast ones. Just remember, once it's written in the blockchain, it's as permanent as that tattoo you got on spring break. Simply, blockchain is a decentralized and distributed ledger technology that records transactions across multiple computers in a tamper-resistant and transparent manner. 2. Mining. Mining crypto is like panning for gold in the digital Wild West. Instead of pickaxes and shovels, you're using computer power to solve complex puzzles and uncover hidden treasure. Hence, mining is the process of validating and adding transactions to a blockchain by solving complex mathematical puzzles. 3. Token. A token is a digital asset issued on a blockchain that represents ownership or access rights to a particular asset, service, or platform. Tokens are like the arcade coins of the crypto world. They're your ticket to ride the blockchain roller coaster. Whether you're buying tickets to the decentralized finance circus or collecting digital art on the blockchain, tokens are your passport to the metaverse. Just don't forget to cash them in for prizes. Nobody wants to be stuck with a pocket full of worthless tokens. 4. Decentralized finance. Decentralized finance refers to a financial system built on blockchain technology that aims to create decentralized alternatives to traditional financial services, such as lending, borrowing, trading, and asset management. DeFi is like the Wild West of the financial world. It's a lawless frontier where cowboys and cowgirls can trade, lend, and borrow without ever setting foot in a bank. It's the ultimate freedom ride, where the only limit is your imagination and maybe your credit score. 5. Smart contract. A smart contract is a self-executing contract with the terms of the agreement directly written into code. Smart contracts are like the digital lawyers of the blockchain. They're your personal attorneys, making sure nobody's breaking the rules or skipping out on their tab. 6. Whitelist. A whitelist is a list of individuals or entities who are granted special privileges or access to participate in token sales, pre-sales, or exclusive events. Being on a whitelist in crypto is like getting an exclusive invite to the hottest club in town. It's your ticket to early access, special perks, and VIP treatment. Just make sure you RSVP on time. Nobody likes being left out in the cold. 7. Airdrop. An airdrop is a distribution of free cryptocurrency tokens or coins to a large number of wallet addresses, often as a promotional or marketing strategy by blockchain projects. Airdrops in crypto are like winning the lottery, except instead of cash, you're getting free tokens dropped into your digital wallet. It's like Christmas morning in the blockchain world, with surprises waiting around every corner. Just don't forget to thank Santa Satoshi. 8. Market volatility. Market volatility refers to the degree of price fluctuations in the cryptocurrency. Market volatility in crypto is like riding a roller coaster without a seatbelt. 1 minute you're up in the clouds, and the next you're plummeting back to earth. Just hold on tight and try not to lose your lunch. 9. Blockchain Explorer. A blockchain explorer is a tool or website that allows you to view and track transactions on a blockchain. A blockchain explorer is like a treasure map for the digital age. It lets you explore the depths of the blockchain, tracking transactions, verifying addresses, and uncovering hidden gems of information. Just be careful not to get lost in the digital wilderness. 10. Initial coin offering, ICO. An initial coin offering, ICO, is a fundraising method used by cryptocurrency projects to raise capital by issuing tokens to investors in exchange for cryptocurrencies. ICOs are like the crypto world's version of a bake sale. Instead of cookies, you're buying digital tokens in hopes of supporting the next big thing. Just remember, not all tokens are chocolate chips, some might be raisin. 11. Decentralized Autonomous Organization. A decentralized autonomous organization, DAO, is an organization governed by smart contracts on a blockchain, allowing for decentralized decision-making and management. DAOs are like having a meeting with your friends where everyone's trying to decide what movie to watch. Only instead of arguing over rom-coms or action flicks, it's all done through smart contracts on the blockchain. Let's hope nobody vetoes the popcorn. 12. Fork. A fork in the context of cryptocurrency refers to a change or divergence in the blockchain protocol, resulting in two separate versions of the blockchain with a shared history. A fork in crypto is like trying to decide between two different flavors of ice cream. You end up with a split decision. Just be careful not to get brain freeze from the sudden change in direction. 13. Market capitalization. Market cap, short for market capitalization, is a measure of the total value of a cryptocurrency calculated by multiplying its current price by the total number of coins. Market cap is like trying to measure the size of a whale in a bathtub. It's not always easy, but it sure makes a splash. Just remember, size isn't everything in the crypto ocean. Sometimes it's the tiny fish that make the biggest waves. 14. Security token. A security token is a type of cryptocurrency token that represents ownership of a tradable asset, such as equity in a company, real estate, or commodities. Security tokens are like having a VIP pass to the crypto party. They come with all the perks, but they also come with a hefty price tag. Just remember, not all tokens are created equal. Some might be more like backstage passes than front row seats. 1. Gross domestic product. Imagine GDP as a giant economic cake that we bake every year. The bigger the cake, the more we celebrate. But sometimes, we accidentally add too much inflation flour, and the cake ends up looking like Mount Everest. It's huge, but nobody wants to eat it. Simply, the total value of all goods and services produced within a country's borders within a specific time period is its GDP. 2. Inflation. Inflation is like that mischievous gremlin hiding in your wallet, slowly shrinking the value of your money. It's the reason why your grandpa tells you stories about buying a candy bar for a nickel, while you're contemplating taking out a mortgage to afford one. In short, it's the rate at which the general level of prices for goods and services rises, leading to a decrease in purchasing power over time. 3. Unemployment rate. Unemployment is like a game of musical chairs, but instead of chairs, it's jobs. Unfortunately, when the music stops, there's always that one poor soul left standing without a job. And no, winning at this game doesn't get you a prize. In other words, the percentage of the labor force that is actively seeking employment but unable to find work in unemployment rate. 4. Interest rate. Interest rates are like the flirting level of the economy. When they're low, it's like the economy is giving you a little wink and a nudge saying, hey, want to borrow some money? But when they're high, it's like the economy's playing hard to get, and you're left swiping right on a loan application. Shortly, it is the cost of borrowing money, usually expressed as a percentage of the principal loan amount. 5. Supply and demand. Picture supply and demand as the ultimate game of tug-of-war between buyers and sellers. When the demand for avocado toast goes through the roof, suddenly, everyone wants a piece. And the avocado farmers are laughing all the way to the bank, or the toast. It's the fundamental economic principle that describes the relationship between the availability of a good or service and the desire or need for that good or service. 6. Monetary policy. Monetary policy is like the magic wand of the central bank, except instead of turning pumpkins into carriages, they're turning interest rates up or down. It's like they're playing a giant game of economic whack-a-mole, trying to keep everything in balance. Monetary policy includes actions taken by a central bank to manage the money supply and achieve macroeconomic goals. 7. Fiscal policy. Fiscal policy is the government's way of saying, "Hold my beer, I got this." They're either cutting taxes and spending money like it's going out of style, or they're tightening their belts and pinching pennies like a broke college student. Fiscal policy includes government policies related to taxation, spending, and borrowing designed to influence the economy. 8. Budget deficit. Think of a budget deficit like that moment when you realize you've spent more money on avocado toast and fancy coffee than you make in a year. It's like your bank account is throwing a party, and you're not invited. On serious note, it is the amount by which government spending exceeds government revenue in a given period, typically one fiscal year. 9. Trade deficit. A trade deficit is like that friend who always orders more pizza than they can eat and then asks you to split the bill. Sure, they're enjoying all the toppings, but you're the one left with an empty wallet and a stomachache. Same situation happens with a country when its imports exceed its exports, resulting in a negative balance of trade. 10. Economic bubble. Economic bubbles are like the world's most expensive game of hot potato. Everyone's passing around these inflated assets, hoping they won't be the one left holding the bag when the music stops. But let's face it, someone always gets stuck with the potato. It's a scenario in which asset prices, such as stocks, real estate, or commodities, become inflated beyond their intrinsic value due to speculative buying. 11. Recession. A recession is like the economy hitting a rough patch and deciding to take a nap. It's like everyone suddenly collectively agrees to tighten their belts, stay home, and watch Netflix instead of splurging on avocado toast. A recession is a period of economic decline characterized by a decrease in GDP, rising unemployment rates, and reduced consumer spending. 12. Deflation. Deflation is like the economy going on a crash diet. Prices start dropping faster than a hot potato, and suddenly, nobody wants to spend money because they're all waiting for prices to hit rock bottom. It's like trying to catch falling prices in a shopping cart. Hence, deflation refers to a sustained decrease in the general price level of goods and services in an economy. 13. Boom and bust cycle. The boom and bust cycle is like the economic version of a roller coaster ride. First, everyone's on top of the world, riding high on the wave of prosperity, the boom. But then, just when you least expect it, the bottom falls out, and everyone's screaming all the way down, the bust. The boom and bust cycle describes the recurring pattern of economic expansion, boom, followed by contraction, bust. 14. Poverty line. The poverty line is like the limbo stick of economic hardship. If you're living below it, you're bending over backward trying to make ends meet. And let's be honest, the only winners in this game are chiropractors. The poverty line is a threshold set by governments to define the minimum level of income required to meet basic needs. Subscribe for more explained videos. 1. Premium. The premium is the amount of money an individual or business pays to an insurance company in exchange for insurance coverage. Premiums are like the subscription fees for life's comedy show. You pay up front for the laughs and hope the punchlines are worth it. 2. Policy. A policy is a contract between the insured and the insurance company that outlines the terms and conditions of the insurance coverage. A policy is like the instruction manual for navigating life's obstacle course. It's full of fine print and hidden surprises. 3. Deductible. The deductible is the amount of money the insured must pay out of pocket before the insurance company starts covering costs. The deductible is like the cover charge for the insurance party. You have to pay your way in before you can start enjoying the festivities. 4. Coverage. Coverage refers to the specific risks or events that an insurance policy protects against. Coverage is like the superhero cape that shields you from life's unexpected disasters. It's your very own financial fortress. 5. Claim. A claim is a request made by the insured to the insurance company for payment of benefits covered under the policy. A claim is like the cry for help when life throws a curveball your way. It's your lifeline in times of trouble. 6. Beneficiary. A beneficiary is the person or entity designated to receive the benefits of an insurance policy in the event of the insured's death or other qualifying event. A beneficiary is like a lottery winner of the insurance world. They hit the jackpot when you hit the roadblock. 7. Policyholder. The policyholder is the individual or entity that owns the insurance policy and is responsible for paying premiums. The policyholder is like the captain of the insurance ship. They're in charge of steering through the stormy seas of risk. 8. Underwriting. Underwriting is the process by which an insurance company evaluates the risk of insuring a potential policyholder and determines the appropriate premium. Underwriting is like the insurance company's version of, "Are you smarter than a fifth grader?" They're trying to figure out if you're a good bet or a total bust. 9. Exclusion. An exclusion is a specific risk or condition that is not covered by an insurance policy. An exclusion is like the bouncer at the insurance party. It keeps out the riffraff and unwanted guests. 10. Risk. Risk refers to the likelihood of loss or damage occurring due to a particular event or circumstance. Risk is like the spicy salsa of life. It adds flavor to the otherwise bland buffet of existence. 11. Term life insurance. Term life insurance is a type of life insurance policy that provides coverage for a specific period, typically 10, 20, or 30 years. Term life insurance is like the rental car of the insurance world. You're covered as long as you keep paying the rental fee. 12. Whole life insurance. Whole life insurance is a type of permanent life insurance policy that provides coverage for the insured's entire life as long as premiums are paid. Whole life insurance is like the eternal flame of the insurance world. It burns bright until the end of time. 13. Universal life insurance. Universal life insurance is a type of flexible, permanent life insurance policy that allows policyholders to adjust premiums and coverage levels over time. Universal life insurance is like the chameleon of the insurance world. It adapts to your changing needs and circumstances. 14. Claim settlement. Claim settlement is the process by which an insurance company pays out benefits to the insured or their beneficiaries in accordance with the terms of the policy. Claim settlement is like the negotiation table of the insurance world. It's where you hammer out the details and hopefully come to a mutually beneficial agreement. 15. Indemnity. Indemnity is the principle that insurance should compensate the insured for the actual financial loss suffered, up to the policy limit. Indemnity is like the get-out-of-jail-free card in the game of insurance. It protects you from financial ruin when life deals you a bad hand. 16. Policy limit. The policy limit is the maximum amount of coverage provided by an insurance policy for a particular risk or event. The policy limit is like the speed limit on the insurance highway. It's the maximum velocity at which your coverage can travel. 17. Risk management. Risk management is the process of identifying, assessing, and mitigating potential risks to minimize the impact of adverse events. Risk management is like the tightrope walk of the insurance world. It's the delicate balancing act of avoiding catastrophe while still taking calculated risks. 18. Premium adjustment. Premium adjustment is the process by which an insurance company may increase or decrease the premium paid by the policyholder based on changes in risk factors or coverage needs. Premium adjustment is like the yo-yo diet of the insurance world. It's the constant fluctuation of costs and coverage levels. 19. Coinsurance. Coinsurance is the percentage of covered expenses that the insured must pay out of pocket after the deductible has been met. Coinsurance is like the potluck dinner of the insurance world. Everyone brings something to the table, but you still have to chip in your fair share. 20. Rider. A rider is an optional add-on to an insurance policy that provides additional coverage or benefits for specific risks or events. A rider is like the extra cheese on the insurance pizza. It's the topping that takes your coverage from ordinary to extraordinary. Subscribe for more explained videos. 1. Mortgage. A mortgage is a loan provided by a bank or mortgage lender to finance the purchase of real estate. A mortgage is like signing up for a never-ending installment plan on your dream home. It's the ultimate long-term commitment, like getting a tattoo of your house on your wallet. You're in it for life. 2. Fixed-rate mortgage. A fixed-rate mortgage is a type of mortgage loan where the interest rate remains constant for the entire term of the loan. A fixed-rate mortgage is like the security blanket of real estate. It's warm, cozy, and never changes, no matter how much the market fluctuates. It's like getting a lifetime supply of ice cream at a fixed price, sweet, predictable, and oh so comforting. 3. Adjustable rate mortgage. ARM. An adjustable rate mortgage is a type of mortgage loan where the interest rate fluctuates periodically based on changes in a specified benchmark, such as the prime rate. An adjustable rate mortgage is like playing real estate roulette. You spin the wheel and hope for the best, but sometimes you end up with a lemon. 4. Property taxes. Property taxes are taxes levied by local governments on real estate properties based on their assessed value. Property taxes are like the annual membership fee for the homeowners club. You pay to play in the neighborhood sandbox. 5. Appraisal. An appraisal is an evaluation of a property's value conducted by a certified appraiser. An appraisal is like trying to put a price tag on a unicorn. It's magical, mysterious, and subject to interpretation. 6. Escrow. Escrow is a legal arrangement where a neutral third party holds funds or documents on behalf of buyers and sellers during a real estate transaction. Escrow is like having a referee in the real estate wrestling ring. They keep everyone in line and make sure nobody gets body slammed. 7. Home equity. Home equity is the difference between the current market value of a property and the outstanding balance on any mortgage loans secured by the property. Home equity is like the secret stash of cash hidden under your mattress. It's there when you need it, but you're not sure how it got there. It's like finding buried treasure in your backyard. Just watch out for the pirate ghosts. 8. Down payment. A down payment is a portion of the purchase price that a buyer pays up front when purchasing a property. A down payment is like the entrance fee to the real estate amusement park. You've got to pay to play on the roller coaster of homeownership. It's like putting a down payment on a slice of pizza. It's gone in a flash, but oh so worth it. 9. Closing costs. Closing costs are fees and expenses associated with finalizing a real estate transaction. Closing costs are like the surprise party at the end of the real estate marathon. You're exhausted, but there's cake waiting for you at the finish line. 10. Title insurance. Title insurance is a type of insurance policy that protects property owners and lenders against financial loss due to defects in the title or ownership of a property. Title insurance is like having a real estate superhero on your side. They swoop in and save the day when the title deed is under attack. It's like buying a magic shield to protect your castle from the evil title trolls. Just don't forget to pay the premium. 11. Homeowners Association. HOA. A homeowners association is a private organization that manages and maintains common areas and amenities in a residential community or condominium complex. A homeowners association is like the neighborhood police force. They patrol the streets and make sure nobody paints their house neon pink. 12. Amortization. Amortization is the process of paying off a debt, such as a mortgage loan, through regular payments over time. Amortization is like paying off your mortgage one tiny slice at a time. It's like eating an elephant one bite at a time, except the elephant is your mortgage, and it's made of money. 13. Pre-approval. Pre-approval is a preliminary evaluation of a borrower's creditworthiness and ability to qualify for a mortgage loan. Pre-approval is like getting a golden ticket to the real estate chocolate factory. It's your passport to the land of milk and honey, but don't forget to watch out for the Oompa Loompas. 14. Home inspection. A home inspection is a thorough examination of a property's condition conducted by a licensed home inspector. A home inspection is like inviting a detective to snoop around your house. It's like taking your house to the doctor for a checkup. Just hope they don't find any skeletons in the closet. 15. Earnest money. Earnest money, also known as a good faith deposit, is a sum of money provided by a buyer to demonstrate their serious intent to purchase a property. Earnest money is like putting a ring on it before you're ready to commit. It's a down payment on your future, but don't expect a diamond in return. It's like buying a lottery ticket to the real estate jackpot. You might win big, or you might end up with a handful of nothing. 16. Contingency. A contingency is a condition or requirement included in a purchase contract that must be met for the sale to proceed. A contingency is like having a plan B in your back pocket. It's your safety net in case the real estate tightrope snaps. It's like playing a game of real estate Jenga. You pull out one piece and the whole tower comes crashing down. Subscribe for more explained videos. Valuation. If I say some people in your life ain't worth even $1, it means their valuation is less than $1. Valuation means the price for which you can buy something, and it tells how much a company is worth. Unicorn. That famous boy of your school who is perfect in academics, socialization, and co-curricular can be regarded as a unicorn. He is worth most for school. Similarly, startups valued at more than $1 billion are called unicorns. Sweat equity. Anything you get except money for working for a startup is called sweat equity. In most cases, the alternative is equity in the company, which can pay a lot in the future, like you thought investing in cryptocurrency will pay you. Solopreneur. Solopreneur is a new term for the jack of all trades but master of none. He handles all company departments by itself. Acqui-hired. It means that a large organization buys another small business along with its workforce so that bigger organizations can manipulate that workforce in their own way. Just kidding. Angel investor. Angel investor is the supportive dad of the company. He is the one who first provides funding to startup after trusting in the founder's idea. Bootstrapping. If a company doesn't want any supportive dad or angel investor and want to go extremely independent like feminists, then it's known as a bootstrapped company. No external funding is involved until the company leaves its feministic nature and asks for manly support of investors. Bridge loan. Now the startup decided to leave a bit of its feministic nature and look for a bit of support, so it moves toward a loan for around only 3 months to 3 years. This loan is called bridge loan and helps a startup establish its base. Burn rate. Burn rate means the amount of money a startup is losing per month. As you already know every time that you always run out of your pocket money at the end of the week or month, burn rate gives startup an estimate of when a company will run out of available funds. Cliff. Cliff is a period after which employees can demand their sweat equity. Cliff's time period is usually 1 year and stops the CEO from running away with benefits. Co-working space. Co-working space is a demonstration of peace on Earth, where people from different startups work together and can use shared facilities instead of paying for full office. Cottage business. The fate of cottage business is similar to life. Your life is easy when you are a child and becomes difficult as you become an adult. These are businesses that work best at smaller scale but can't compete at a larger scale. Crowdfunding. Crowdfunding means collecting money from diverse sources such as investors, clients, pre-orders, and discounts, which eventually helps a startup to launch or grow. Dragon. Dragon is a startup in financial market that raises $1 billion in one funding round. Uber is a prime example of it. Early adopters. Early adopters are the earliest supporters of startups. They use the product, give feedback, and provide insights on what to improve about service or product. They have access to products far before general public have. Exit strategy. An exit strategy is basically a plan where founders have to strategize how to give profit to your investors. It includes different things like mergers, IPOs, and acquisitions. Freemium. Freemium refers to a product or service plan where customers can use the service for free, but if customer pays, he will have access to better services or products. For example, if you use free YouTube, you have to watch an ad before my video plays. But with YouTube Premium and subscribing me, you can consume my content without any restriction. IPO. Initial public offering means the company has gone public by placing its share in share market and is now open for broader public investments. IPO is another way of raising a lot of funds actually. Growth hacking. This means doing large marketing at the lowest cost. These days it involves creating trending content on social media and giving us sponsorships on this channel. Hockey stick. Hockey stick refers to a graph in which the growth metrics of a company doubles every year. It's much like an ideal condition for a company. Accelerator. An accelerator is a program where a founder finds other startup founders and mentors for mentorship. It provides resources and even funding opportunities to grow quickly. Incubator. Incubators are similar to accelerators, but are different in terms of time period. An incubator provides mentorship for a much longer period as compared to a few months of an accelerator. Launch. When a startup finally starts providing services or selling products in the market, it has launched. Lean. Lean is a poor, broke startup like you, and that is why its goal is to produce its new product to launch in the least possible expenditure. MVP. Minimum viable product is the lower cost version of a full-fledged startup product. MVP shows all the necessary features of the end final product and helps startup to launch easily. Pitch deck. Pitch deck is nothing more than a PowerPoint presentation. It contains all the key aspects of a business, metrics, and growth numbers to show to investors so they get convinced to fund a startup. Pivot. A quick career change in a company's life is called pivot. That change can be a huge change, such as change in the business model or product itself. For more explained videos, make sure to subscribe. 1. Annual report. A detailed report of a company's financial performance and operations issued annually to shareholders. It's like a company's diary spilled all over the financial pages. It's where they spill the beans on how they've been spending their money. 2. Arbitrage. The practice of buying and selling securities simultaneously in different markets to profit from price discrepancies. Arbitrage is like playing the stock market version of Where's Waldo? You're on the hunt for price differences to make some quick cash. 3. Averaging down, buying more shares of a stock at lower prices to reduce the average cost per share. Averaging down is like doubling down on your favorite stock when it's on sale. It's like getting 2 for the price of 1. 4. Bear market. A market condition characterized by declining stock prices over an extended period, usually accompanied by pessimism and investor selling. A bear market is like a grizzly bear taking a nap in your investment portfolio. It's time to hibernate until the storm passes. 5. Broker, a financial intermediary who facilitates the buying and selling of securities on behalf of investors. A broker is like the matchmaker of the stock market. They bring buyers and sellers together for a little financial romance. 6. Dividend, a portion of a company's profits distributed to shareholders as a reward for their investment. Dividends are like the sprinkles on top of your investment cupcake. They make your portfolio a little sweeter. It's like getting paid to be a shareholder. Who knew investing could taste so good? Just don't get too greedy and eat the whole cake. 7. Beta, a measure of a stock's volatility relative to the overall market. A beta of 1 indicates the stock moves in line with the market, while a beta above 1 signifies higher volatility. Beta is like the roller coaster ride of the stock market. It's the thrill factor that keeps investors on their toes. 8. Bid, the price at which a buyer is willing to purchase a security. It's like placing a bid at an auction, indicating the maximum price one is willing to pay. The bid is like the starting bid at a stock market auction. It's where the bidding war begins. 9. Bid-ask spread, the difference between the highest price a buyer is willing to pay, bid, and the lowest price a seller is willing to accept, ask for a security. The bid-ask spread is like the dance floor of the stock market. It's where buyers and sellers come together to boogie down. 10. Blockchain, a decentralized digital ledger technology used to record transactions across multiple computers securely and transparently. Blockchain is like the high-tech security guard of the stock market. It's the digital bouncer keeping the riff-raff out. 11. Blue chip stocks, stocks of large, well-established companies with a history of stable earnings, strong financials, and reputable management. Blue chip stocks are like the rock stars of the stock market. They're famous, reliable, and always in demand. 12. Bond, a fixed income security representing a loan made by an investor to a borrower in exchange for periodic interest payments and the return of the principal at maturity. Bonds are like the golden retrievers of the stock market, loyal, dependable, and always there when you need them. 13. Bull market, a market condition characterized by rising stock prices over an extended period, accompanied by optimism and investor buying. A bull market is like a stampede of bulls charging through the stock market. It's a wild ride to financial freedom. 14. Buyback, a corporate action where a company repurchases its own shares from the market, reducing the number of outstanding shares. A buyback is like a company treating itself to a shopping spree in the stock market candy store. It's a sweet deal for shareholders. 15. Capitalization, the total value of a company's outstanding shares of stock, calculated by multiplying the current stock price by the number of shares outstanding. Capitalization is like the stock market popularity contest. Bigger, the better. 16. Capital market, the financial market for buying and selling long-term debt and equity securities, including stocks and bonds. Capitalization is like the stock market popularity contest. The bigger, the better. 17. Cash flow, net amount of cash generated or consumed by a business during a specific period, derived from operating, investing, and financing activities. Cash flow is like the heartbeat of the stock market. It's what keeps the engine running smoothly. It's like the stock market version of CPR. Breathe life into your investments and watch them thrive. 18. Commission, the fee charged by a broker or financial intermediary for executing trades on behalf of investors. Commission is like the toll booth on the highway to financial freedom. Pay up or get left behind. It's like hiring a financial chauffeur. Sit back, relax, and let them drive your investments to success. 19. Nifty, the stock market index of the National Stock Exchange, NSE in India, comprising 50 large-cap stocks across various sectors. The Nifty is like the cool kid in the Indian stock market class. It's got style, substance, and swagger. It's like the MVP of the stock market game, always leading the pack and setting the trends. 20. Sensex, the stock market index of the Bombay Stock Exchange, BSE in India, representing the performance of the top 30 companies listed on the exchange. The Sensex is like the Bollywood superstar of the Indian stock market. It's got the looks, the fame, and the fan following. It's like the stock market's version of a blockbuster movie. Everyone's watching to see what happens next. Subscribe for more explained videos. 1. Exchange-traded funds. ETFs. ETFs are investment funds that are traded on stock exchanges, similar to stocks. ETFs are like the Swiss Army knives of investing. They've got a tool for every job. Whether you're into stocks, bonds, or commodities, there's an ETF out there just waiting to be traded. It's like having a buffet of investments at your fingertips. Just try not to get too greedy. 2. Mutual funds. Mutual funds are investment vehicles that pool money from multiple investors to invest in a diversified portfolio of stocks, bonds, or other assets managed by a professional fund manager. Mutual funds are like the investment version of a potluck dinner. Everyone chips in a little something, and you end up with a smorgasbord of stocks, bonds, and other goodies. 3. Return on investment, ROI. ROI is a measure used to evaluate the profitability of an investment relative to its cost. ROI is like the scorecard of investing. The higher, the better. It's the ultimate bragging rights for investors, like hitting a hole-in-one on the stock market green. 4. Dollar cost averaging, DCA. DCA is an investment strategy where an investor regularly invests a fixed amount of money into a particular asset, regardless of its price. DCA is like the tortoise of investing. Slow and steady wins the race. It's the strategy of putting a little money into your investments on a regular basis, regardless of market ups and downs. It's like making small, consistent deposits into your investment piggy bank. Just don't break it open too soon. 5. Asset allocation. Asset allocation is the process of dividing an investment portfolio among different asset classes, such as stocks, bonds, and cash. Asset allocation is like playing a game of investment Jenga. You've got to carefully stack your assets to achieve the perfect balance. 6. Stocks. Stocks, also known as equities, represent ownership shares in a publicly traded company. Stocks are like the wild stallions of the investment world. They'll take you on a wild ride if you're not careful. 7. Bonds. Bonds are debt securities issued by governments, corporations, or municipalities to raise capital. Bonds are like the grandma of investments, reliable, dependable, and a little bit boring. It's like lending money to your friend who always pays you back. 8. Dividends. Dividends are payments made by a corporation to its shareholders out of its earnings or profits. Dividends are like the cherry on top of your investment sundae, sweet, satisfying, and oh so delicious. It's like getting paid to be a shareholder. Who knew investing could taste so good? 9. Capital gains. Capital gains are profits realized from the sale of investments, such as stocks, bonds, or real estate, at a higher price than their purchase price. Capital gains are like finding buried treasure in your investment portfolio. It's the reward for your patience and perseverance. It's like striking gold in the stock market mines. Just watch out for those pesky prospectors. 10. Risk tolerance. Risk tolerance refers to an investor's willingness and ability to withstand fluctuations in the value of their investments. Risk tolerance is like choosing your adventure in the investment jungle. Are you a daredevil or a scaredy cat? 11. Volatility. Volatility measures the degree of variation in the price of an asset over time. Volatility is like the roller coaster of emotions in the investment theme park. 1 minute, you're screaming with excitement, and the next, you're holding on for dear life. 12. Diversification. Diversification is a risk management strategy that involves spreading investments across different asset classes, industries, and geographic regions. Diversification is like playing the investment version of whack-a-mole. You've got to spread your bets to avoid getting whacked. It's like building a portfolio of investment Legos. The more pieces you have, the sturdier your castle. 13. Liquidity. Liquidity refers to the ease with which an asset can be bought or sold in the market without significantly affecting its price. Liquidity is like having a magical genie in your investment lamp. With a quick rub, you can turn your assets into cash. 14. Risk-adjusted return. Risk-adjusted return measures the return on an investment relative to its level of risk. Risk-adjusted return is like playing the investment version of Twister. You've got to twist and turn your portfolio to find the perfect balance of risk and reward. It's like walking a tightrope between greed and fear. Just try not to fall off. 15. Expense ratio. Expense ratio is a measure of the annual operating expenses of an investment fund relative to its total assets under management. Expense ratio is like the hidden fee monster lurking in your investment closet. The lower you keep it, the more money you'll have left in your piggy bank. 16. Index fund. An index fund is a type of mutual fund or ETF that aims to replicate the performance of a specific market index, such as the S&P 500. Index funds are like the lazy river of investing. Sit back, relax, and let the market do the work for you. It's like riding the investment gravy train, all aboard for smooth sailing ahead. 17. Asset under management, AUM. Asset under management refers to the total market value of assets managed by a financial institution, such as a mutual fund company, investment advisory firm, or hedge fund. Asset under management is like the investment version of Pokemon. Gotta catch 'em all. It's like herding cats in the investment jungle. The more assets you have, the bigger your safari. Alright folks, let's face it, robots have officially invaded the world of finance. But don't worry, these bots aren't here to steal your money, they're here to make it grow. We're talking about AI, artificial intelligence, that's so smart it's practically printing money while you sleep. So, how exactly are these digital wizards turning your cash into more cash? Let's dive into the top ways AI is revolutionizing finance and making banks for you. 1. Robots. Trading stocks. The fast and the furious of Wall Street. Picture this. A robot that's had one too many energy drinks and is wired 24/7. That's basically what AI-driven stock trading looks like. These algorithms are programmed to analyze mountains of data faster than you can say portfolio, tracking market trends, spotting opportunities, and executing trades all within milliseconds. Unlike human traders who might panic during a market dip or get too greedy during a rally, AI stays cool under pressure. It doesn't care about emotions or gut feelings, it only cares about cold, hard data. And the best part? It never sleeps. While you're tucked in bed dreaming about your next vacation, your AI trader is out there hunting for the best deals, making sure your investments are always working hard for you. But here's the kicker. AI doesn't just make trades based on what's happening now, it can predict what's likely to happen next. By analyzing patterns from past market behaviors, it can anticipate future movements, giving you an edge that even the most seasoned traders would envy. So, while you might not be able to predict the stock market yourself, your AI definitely can, making it the ultimate weapon in your financial arsenal. 2. Personalized investment portfolios. Your financial butler. Ever wished you had a butler who knew exactly how to invest your money? Well, say hello to AI-powered robo-advisors. These digital geniuses craft investment portfolios tailored just for you, taking into account your financial goals, risk tolerance, and even your quirky spending habits. Here's how it works. You tell the robo-advisor what you want. Maybe you're saving for a house, planning a dream vacation, or just trying to build a rainy day fund. The AI then gets to work, analyzing everything from stock market trends to economic forecasts, and creates a portfolio that's as unique as your fingerprint. It doesn't stop there. Your robo-advisor keeps an eye on your investments, rebalancing your portfolio as needed to keep things on track. What makes this so powerful? It's like having a personal financial advisor who's always on the job, doesn't charge hefty fees, and never tries to sell you something you don't need. Plus, it's all done without the awkward conversations about how much you really spend on coffee every month. So, if you've ever wanted to invest like a pro but didn't know where to start, AI's got your back. 3. Predicting market trends. The crystal ball of finance. Remember how you always wanted a crystal ball to predict the future? AI is about as close as it gets. These advanced algorithms are like financial fortune tellers, combing through endless data streams, from social media chatter to breaking news to decades of historical market trends. The result? AI can forecast market movements with uncanny accuracy. Imagine knowing when the market's going to take a dip so you can sell just in time, or predicting a surge so you can buy before prices skyrocket. It's not magic, but it might as well be. Of course, it's not perfect. No technology is. But AI's predictive power is far beyond what any human could achieve. By using machine learning to recognize patterns that aren't obvious to the naked eye, AI can give you insights that are practically insider information. So, while everyone else is scrambling to figure out what's happening in the market, you'll be sitting pretty, knowing exactly what's coming next. 4. Fraud detection, the Sherlock Holmes of finance. Imagine if Sherlock Holmes and a supercomputer had a baby. What you'd get is AI-powered fraud detection. In the world of finance, fraud is a constant threat. From identity theft to credit card scams, the bad guys are always finding new ways to trick the system. But here's the thing. AI is even better at catching them. AI algorithms are trained to recognize patterns in data that could indicate fraud. They sift through thousands of transactions in milliseconds, looking for anything suspicious, like a sudden spike in spending, an unusual location, or a transaction that doesn't match your usual behavior. When something doesn't add up, the AI flags it, often stopping fraud in its tracks before it even becomes a problem. And it's not just about catching fraudsters, it's about learning from them. Each time AI detects fraudulent activity, it gets smarter, updating its algorithms to catch similar schemes in the future. It's like having a detective on call 24/7, constantly learning and improving so you can rest easy knowing your money is safe. 5. Risk management, your financial safety net. Let's be real, investing can be a roller coaster. One day, you're up. The next day, you're down. It's enough to make anyone nervous. But what if you had an AI that could help you manage those risks, making the ride a lot smoother? Enter AI-driven risk management. AI can analyze all sorts of data, economic indicators, political events, weather patterns, you name it, and calculate the potential risks to your investments. It's like having a financial weather report that tells you when to carry an umbrella or when it's safe to leave it at home, but it goes beyond just predicting risks. AI can also suggest strategies to mitigate them. For example, if the AI detects that your portfolio is too heavily invested in one sector that's about to take a hit, it might suggest diversifying into other areas. The beauty of AI in risk management is that it's proactive, not reactive. Instead of waiting for something bad to happen and then scrambling to fix it, AI helps you plan ahead, so you're always prepared for whatever comes your way. It's the ultimate safety net for your investments, giving you peace of mind no matter what the market does. 6. Personalized financial planning, your tailor-made money manager. Imagine having a financial planner who knows you better than you know yourself. That's what AI brings to the table with personalized financial planning. No more one-size-fits-all advice. AI analyzes your spending habits, income, debts, and goals to create a financial plan that's as unique as your fingerprint. AI can track your daily transactions, recognize patterns in your spending, and identify areas where you could save more. For example, if the AI notices you're spending a little too much on takeout, it might suggest ways to cut back, like meal prepping or finding cheaper alternatives. But it doesn't stop at budgeting. AI can also help you plan for long-term goals like buying a house, saving for your kids' college, or even early retirement. What makes AI so powerful in financial planning is its ability to constantly adapt. As your financial situation changes, whether it's a raise, a new job, or an unexpected expense, AI updates your plan to keep you on track. It's like having a personal financial coach who's always looking out for your best interests, making sure you're set up for success no matter what life throws at you. 7. Algorithmic trading, the fast and furious of finance. In the world of stock trading, speed is everything. Enter algorithmic trading, where AI takes the wheel and drives at lightning speed. This isn't just any trading, this is trading at a level that's almost impossible for humans to match. AI can analyze vast amounts of data in real time, spotting trends, patterns, and opportunities that would take a human trader hours, if not days, to identify. With algorithmic trading, AI executes trades in milliseconds, taking advantage of tiny price fluctuations that could mean big profits. It's like having a turbocharged engine in a race where every millisecond counts. But it's not just about speed. AI's ability to process and analyze data means it can make decisions based on a multitude of factors, from market sentiment to global events, ensuring that trades are not only fast, but also informed. And because AI doesn't get tired, emotional, or distracted, it can trade 24/7, ensuring you never miss an opportunity. Whether you're a day trader looking for quick wins or an investor focused on long-term growth, algorithmic trading powered by AI is your ticket to staying ahead of the curve. And there you have it. AI isn't just the future of finance, it's your new money-making partner. So whether you're planning your financial future, trading like a pro, or predicting market trends, remember, with AI on your side, your wallet just might start looking a whole lot fatter.